The FBI needs to stop investigating James Comey, stop investigating Letitia James, and focus their time and energy on investigating the Cleveland Browns for how they have violated the development of Shedeur Sanders and the disrespect they show him week after week. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Nickabari Show. If you're new here, I talk about football. I talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. I give you previews, post-game reactions, breaking news, and more. If you like any of that, if that sounds good, then go ahead and find the subscribe button, click on it, and make sure you hit the bell notification icon as well. So every time I put out a new video, especially about Shedeur Sanders, you'll be the first to know. Let's start. Listen, I got to be perfectly honest. I'm just fed up. I'm a huge Shedeur fan, right? But I'm not crazy. The way he's getting treated, the way the Cleveland Browns are treating him, have treated him, the way they're handling his development personally as a person and as a player, I am telling you, I'm fed up with it, right? I want to see him play. It'd be one thing if the Cleveland Browns were winning. It'd be one thing if the Cleveland Browns were actually successful, if the offense was firing in all cylinders. It'd be one thing if Dillon Gabriel was killing it at the time of making this video. The Cleveland Browns are, wait, I just want to make sure I get this clear. I got this clear. They're 2-6. 2-6. In that time, what has happened? Because the Cleveland Browns started with 4 quarterbacks, and we're not even counting Deshaun Watson. They started with 4 quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett, they traded him. Joe Flacco, they now traded him recently 2 weeks ago to the Bengals. So now they're left with Dillon Gabriel as their starter and supposedly Shedeur Sanders as the backup. And Zappy as the third string. From the get-go, Dillon Gabriel has gotten all the opportunities of the favorite son, of the prodigal son, of the chosen one from the get-go. And Shedeur Sanders has gotten the opposite. But Shedeur Sanders is the only reason the Cleveland Browns are even relevant. The team is 2-6. And they're not projected to get better. They're not projected to get better. They're not projected to do better. They're not projected to go to the playoffs. They're not projected to do anything positive this season. I think a 5-win season will probably be maybe the highest they can go. If that. That's not getting you to the playoffs. They're dead last in the division. From the time, as of the time of making this video, the Cleveland Browns are dead last in the AFC North. It just doesn't make sense. If you don't want Shedeur, let him go. There are so many teams that would want to mold him, would want to develop him, would want to give him the first team reps, even as a quarterback or a backup, but they will want to give him an opportunity to see what he can do, because you cannot say with a straight face, Kevin Stefanski, that you have given Shedeur Sanders a fair shot, a fair opportunity, not only in his development, but for him to be able to win the job. The latest thing that just got me over the edge was last game, Cleveland Browns versus the Patriots. Reports came out because Shedeur Sanders was listed as inactive. He was supposed to be the backup to Dillon for that game, and perhaps that was a saving grace for Dillon, because if Shedeur was the backup, I'm sure the cries would have come to put him in. The chance would have come to put him in, because Dillon Gabriel did not play well at all. But there were reports that the decision for Shedeur to be inactive wasn't up to him. It wasn't up to him. It was a coaching decision. So essentially, Shedeur is like, I could have played. I was ready to play. I had some back issues, but I was ready to play. But the coaches told me, no, they're going to make me inactive for this game and bring up Zappy. So you're telling me you want to protect Shedeur, but at the same time, you don't want to give him opportunities? Which is it? Are you protecting him, but also not giving him opportunities? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. The Browns are now in a bye week. Not going to play again for another, you got 2 weeks before they play the next game. And the next game is against a losing opponent, the New York Jets. A game that the Browns can win, and most likely they should win, especially coming off of a bye. They should definitely show up against the Jets and beat Justin Fields and the Jets. But this is the Browns we're talking about. The Jets still got a good defense. They just haven't been able to do anything on offense. Now, I hope on God that Tyrod Taylor is the starter for that game, because that offense looks a whole lot different when Tyrod Taylor is at the helm for the New York Jets. But Dillon Gabriel is still the starter for the Browns. Nothing's going to change. What's important to note is we don't know if Shedeur is still going to remain the backup. I'm very, very sure something crazy might happen, and he'll probably get demoted to third string. Who knows? Who knows? But I am fed up, and I think if the Browns don't want Shedeur, let him go. The trade deadline is coming. Let him go. Let him go somewhere else. Let him go get developed. Let him go get a fair shot, a fair opportunity somewhere else. But the Browns definitely need to get investigated for how they have treated Shedeur Sanders. I strongly believe that. It's unethical. It's disrespectful. And someone should get fired for it. That's not how you treat a prospect that was so highly sought after, and for whatever reason, dropped where he dropped in the draft. But everyone, and especially the local media in Cleveland, when they're watching Shedeur, they say he's accurate, they say he's poised, and they say his development is coming out, is going well. So what does Kevin Stefanski know or doesn't know that we haven't heard? Make it make sense. Develop him, give him a fair opportunity, or let him go. I want to know what your thoughts are. Do you think Kevin Stefanski is giving Shedeur a fair shake? Do you think he's protecting Shedeur for whatever reason we don't know? Do you think Shedeur is that bad that is going to make things worse for the Browns? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the Nick Abari Show, and I'll see you in the next one.